Ado Veli Podcast, the #1 Kenyan music podcast.
Baby, take so fresh. Take me to places I ain't never been. Make me feel like you're African queen. Drive me away to the end of time. Dance in the rain, sleep on the clouds. Rock my hips to the summer jams. Kiss my lips on the summer sand. I think God, you came my way. So baby, take my hand. Oh, oh. Baby, take my hand. Oh, oh. Baby, take my hand. Let's make time for the two of us, where we can lay under the noonday sun. You can call me your baby and hold me tight, tight, tight. You don't know how you make me feel. I just wanna scream till I can't breathe, and I go crazy when I get you looking at me. My heart is racing, I can't deny, and I know we'll be together till the end of time. Baby, take my hand. Take me to places I ain't never been. Make me feel like you're African queen. Drive me away to the end of time. Dance in the rain, sleep on the clouds. Rock my hips to the summer jam. Kiss my lips on the summer sand. I think God, you came my way. So baby, take my hand. Oh, oh. Baby, take my hand. Oh, oh. Baby, take my hand. The sun gives light to the moon when the flowers in the field bloom. When we fall deep in gravity, gravity, gravity. The music gets louder, the crowd gets higher. We're drinking up this Hennessy. You know how to love me, baby, so you can take my hand. My heart is racing, I can't deny, and I know we'll be together till the end of time.
Yello. Yeah. Hey, box. I made it. Look at me, I'm faded. 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 What goes around comes around like a hula hoop. Ooh, cool, brand new cocoon. What goes around comes around like a hula hoop. Ooh, cool, brand new cocoon. Made it. All the niggas want be friends with me. Yeah, now they think I'm cool, 'cause now they care with me. Yeah, wanna
Mambo vipi everyone, karibu to Ado Veli Podcast, the number one Kenyan music podcast. I go by the name Ado Veli, and today I'm hosting alongside
Rwenji. I'm back on the mic doing what I love to do best. I missed you guys so much.
Today's episode is all about missing in action. Basically, we are going to mention artists that have been missing in action for a while. Some they have made comeback in 2021, others they did make comeback in 2020, but there are others who they are nowhere to be seen since their last single or project. What a better way to do this episode with Rwenji, who has also been missing in action for a while.
And now I'm back in action doing what I love to do best. Thank you so much.
So, kicking the show, who did we start with?
So we started off the show with Suzziah, Take My Hand, and Yello Made It.
Suzziah has been off the scene, I think, since 2019, which was her last project she did, which was called Wine on a Wednesday. Apparently, there are songs that she did post on YouTube, but if you go there right now, you'll only find one song. I don't know what happened to the rest. Maybe they were deleted or they're in private mode. And Yello is a producer and also a rapper under the label Compact Records. He has been missing in scene because he has been doing a lot of production. We want to hear more of Yello because he's a good rapper. He did a song with CMB Prxnce. He has some few singles that he has done by himself. We need more of Yello music.
Yes, we do. So I have a question. Unanisikiza?
Yeah.
So why do you think artists take a break from the music scene? What do you think?
It can be a lot of things, but the major one that I think is it could be financial costs, because for an artist to record a song, just the audio, there's the audio aspect, and then there's the video production. Video, usually artists use it to push, either if he has done a project, to push the project or to push the audio. So for you to be seen more out there, and in our world of today, video is everything.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so if you release an audio, most definitely in the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks, your fans will expect you to release a video. And some artists, they don't have that budget. They can do a video and audio at the same time. So they tend sometimes to choose. And most of the time, I think, if you don't have a budget,
well, what's the budget of audio? Like the cheapest, as in
depends.
Kuna ya 2,000.
Yeah, there are some studios that
quality. See it nonanga.
Now, if you want quality, you have to
quality.
If you want quality, your pocket has to be deep. Yeah, so but if you're just looking for a regular production, you'll get as low as 2,000. That maybe can be a beat. You'll get a beat only, or maybe being recorded, you go master elsewhere. So it depends with what you want. If you want quality, again, you have to lazima ufike bei.
So teme as a starting artist, say ni kwa msanii, teme nafaa kuwa na minimum how much?
For an audio, I'll say if you're not going for that quality, at least 10K.
Na ukijirekodia kwa keja.
It depends if you have the equipment again.
Wait.
Okay, so moving on to the next two artists that have been missing in action for a while. That is Odinareh Bingwa. Odinareh Bingwa has been out on the scene for a while, and he's hailing from South Coast, that is Diani. And I don't know what's wrong with South Coast artists, because when Don J was not active, Rap Kid and Odinareh Bingwa are active. But now Don J is active, but now we see Rap Kid and Odinareh Bingwa are not active. I don't know what's going down there.
What's going on?
South Coast Diani, you have to tell us. Papa La Kusini, Mr. Odinareh Bingwa, if you're hearing me right now, you need to tell us what's going on. Because the last verse I heard of Odinareh Bingwa was in Trapping Diani. That was ADF Family featuring Jacob and Odinareh Bingwa himself. Another artist is Prxnce. Prxnce has been on and off. I don't know if it's a strategy, because back in 2019 he did release like a a few, like 3 singles, and then he was not there in 2020 until late in 2020 he did release a project known as Comeback Season, and you have seen he just knew people were waiting for him to do a comeback
So he
decided to drop a project known as Comeback Season, which he did drop last year 2020.
Do you think it's a miss or a thumbs up?
I'll say it was an average project because it's an EP, not a lot of songs in there, not a lot of features, but it's a good project for him to call it a Comeback Season. As in, ilikuwa kitu watu walifuatilia na walipenda.
Yeah, so with that, the next 2 songs are Odinareh, Bingwa, Prxnce, and Prince Hot Shit.
Diani was good, Odinareh, Bingwa. Your motif, let's go.
Lala Diani amka Islando.
Yeah.
Shingoni shanga chini ni hando. Pesa ndio mpango mziki wa kando.
Right.
Ndoto za kuwa mtoto wa dando. Pressure. Oya buda mina taka pesa. Can't see a nigga on the ground all day. Ukijifunika mina kesha. Pressure. Oya buda mina taka pesa.
Shut up.
Can't see a nigga on the ground all day. Ukijifunika mina kesha. Na mkangwari kwenda kuhaso. Na washanari nyanya kwa macho. Cheki mtandao soma mipasho. Mwanaume sio kiatu buda ni jasho. Mimi natoka biashara ni madawa. Mida yake tunapepea bila mabawa. Diani homies unajua Southside. Talk about it boy, better run your mouth right. Kata maji makali kibao. No wanda kwenye booth wakitema na tapika. Right flow tukiipeleka Mombasani. Ain't nobody get it down like me. Most likely hivi karibuni watanikubali venye wamekubali ufisadi. Ndoa kwenye ndoto sizanguliwi na watoto. Choka na mikopo. Lala Diani amka Islando.
Yeah.
Shingoni shanga chini ni hando. Pesa ndio mpango mziki wa kando.
Right.
Ndoto za kuwa mtoto wa dando. Pressure. Oya buda mina taka pesa. Can't see a nigga on the ground all day. Ukijifunika mina kesha.
Pressure.
Oya buda mina taka pesa.
Shut up.
Can't see a nigga on the ground all day. Ukijifunika mina kesha. Wajua huni nani kwa kipaza. The beat is like a shaure, cheki na ilaza. Already in na sidani nina raba. Papa la kusini najisikia kama shaba. You hating cause you're popping it loud. The flows you be debating on, you sitting in crowds. Well, Africa we want for the art and the sound. Hata sakafu inajua machizi wako down. Down to earth, you feel the wrath. I'm so fresh, you need a bath. Ufuoni tunacheki wakikach. Got a net in the ocean, ni mapapa tunakach. Feel like I got my mojo back. Na kama mziki ni bitch where the lodge you're at. Pressure kutoka kwa boss. Pressure biashara ina loss. Zangu za kutosa sija sauce. Landlord anadai ni report. Pressure kutoka kwa motive. He be like Buddha uko wapi to record. Lala Diani amka Islando.
Gigi cool.
Shingoni shanga chini ni hando. Pesa ndio mpango mziki wa kando.
Kama
ndoto za kuwa mtoto wa dando. Pressure. Oya buda mina taka pesa. Can't see a nigga on the ground all day. Ukijifunika mina kesha.
Pressure.
Oya buda mina taka pesa.
Shut up.
Can't see a nigga on the ground all day. Ukijifunika mina kesha.
Yo, sunamezea venye mandovu zinaingia pori ndo kasikia.
Yo, 16. I first dropped when I was 16. Now the kid mean. Cause a lot of dark shit seen. I ain't pristine. I'm on the track, then it's a hit clean. Staying by the water, cause nigga, I don't sip bleeds. I ain't the hearts, then I don't know what that bitch mean. Keep it 50 more than cop shit. And the whip is naked. Shit, I'm in this top. See, I need breeze, cause yeah, I feel like hot shit. I can turn good bad bitches to a mosh pit. Man, I feel like hot shit. Swear I feel like hot shit.
Yeah, little bitch.
feel like hot shit. Saying I'm a dick, cause I'm fly like cockpit. I don't talk a lot, so they telling me I'm rude. Fucking friends, get this money, that's the mood. It don't sound nice, but nigga, that's the truth. Now I think about it, I can see I'm really rude. Fucking with the flow, yeah, took a lot of practice. Used to be scared, but now I know I got this. When I'm getting on the track, it's a classic. Baby, I ain't feeling on your body if it's plastic. If you can't rap, don't you ask for a feature. You might see me on the border, cause it's cheaper. See me, I'm working and I'm praying for a speeder. Still shorty feeding for the cash and I don't need her. If she feeding for the cash and I don't need her. Need 100 M's, I'ma treat it like I'm dashing in the meters. If you ever take my shawty, you keep her. Keep it 50 more than cop shit. And the whip is naked. Shit, I'm in this top drop. See, I need breeze, cause yeah, I feel like hot shit. I can turn a group of bad bitches to a mosh pit. Man, I feel like hot shit. Swear I feel like hot shit. Yeah, little bitch. I feel like hot shit. Saying I'm a dick, cause I'm fly like cockpit. My goals is to get it, stay humble, try share, that's a hat trick. Niggas doing anything for clout, we can have it. I be on my cash shit, get it, try stack shit. Clean color C shit, whipping automatic. Yeah, I heard your shit, probably should've trashed it. Whole lot of nothing going on, I couldn't grasp it. I ain't finna cap to please a nigga, I'm a savage. R.I.P. Leslie, situation tragic. Damn, know that you believe in me, show them what you seen in me. Gotta keep it going, I'm the man. Soon they probably mention me. Niggas who the best to be. Call the fucking goat, but I'm around. Nigga, I'm around. Way too aggressive, I'm around. Nigga, I'm especially for fucking with my fam. Fucking with my fam. Way too aggressive, I'm around. I'm a long nigga, but I'm going ham. Keep it 50 more than cop shit. You know if it's naked. Shit, I'm in this top drop. See, I need breeze, cause yeah, I feel like hot shit. I can turn a group of bad bitches to a mosh pit. Man, I feel like hot shit. Swear I feel like hot shit. Yeah, little bitch. I feel like hot shit. Saying I'm a dick, cause I'm fly like cockpit. Nigga, been years in the work. We finally here, nigga. Shout out everybody who supported me. Shout out Kobe on the keys. Shout out my family. Shout out my friends. Shout out the haters. Suck my dick. And yo, fuck you.
Awesome. So we're in Hoshi right now, and we're listing artists that have been MIA for a while
in the music industry. We did pose a question up there, and also you, our listeners, you can contribute why you think some of these artists do take a break. And I don't know, Rwenji, what could be other reasons that these artists have? I think another reasons could be like personal reasons, like health, family issues. Let's say someone uligonjeka cancer. So most of the time you have to dedicate. I'm not saying anyone has cancer. I'm just saying like an example. So you have to invest your time to take care of yourself, or you're having family issues, or maybe manzi yako ni mgonjwa, unataka kumtake care of. So you just have to like to take a step back, because you know, in everything, family always comes first, and you also have to put yourself first before anything else, because if you're not healthy, huwezi fanya muziki, huwezi enda job. So for me, I think health issues, family issues, they can affect an artist in his work.
That is true. And something like health that is uncontrollable, maybe an attack on a condition flani that sometimes when I'm pinned down, so you know he has to deal with that until he come back full and he can be able to perform, record, because sometimes these artists, they do have night studio sessions. So if somebody is sick, Haze in the studio. So that is a good reason also.
But kuna nyo enda bad.
But you won't be productive as you would have been if you are well.
Yeah, true. That's true.
Yeah, so moving on, we have another two artists that have been MIA, and that is Yviona and Mwachari. With Yviona, I think more active on the radio scene, sometime back in TV, and then again on this competition of energy radio, and it has been there for quite some years until this year in 2021 is actually she was able to compete and she was selected to be part of the team.
Yay,
to be a presenter.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to her, Yviona. She's part of the energy radio presenters. So the last song she did release was a single she did with Empower, which is a project by Mr. Easy, and the song she did was with Haze, known as Fanta. Since then, we have not seen a lot from her. As for Mwachari, he's a singer and also
an actor. So most of the time his time is consumed with music and also acting. So I don't know if it is the acting that is taking much of his time. I don't know, Rwenji, do you think a musician who is also an actor, something like acting can consume much of his time to affect his schedule of releasing music?
Yes, I kind of feel like, we all want to be multi-talented, because unataka kuwa artist, actor, dancer, nini, but wezi. As in, I think you should just have a strong thing, because it's time consuming. Music itself is time consuming. Acting itself is time consuming. Mi nishajaribu kumultitask na we haikuenda vizuri.
So everything that you want to do to perfect, always
have a main thing first.
Yeah, and also it will be time consuming if you want to perfect something. So I think for Mwachari, maybe that could be the reason. I don't know, or maybe he just decided to take a break from music. By the way, his show is known as Trap House. Yeah, you should check it out. It's being aired. Yeah,
stream.
I don't know if it's on the streaming platform, but I know it is in one of the local TV station. Yeah, check it out, or you can follow Mwachari on Instagram and you will get more info about Trap House. Moving on to the next two songs. What are we going to listen to?
So we're gonna listen to Yviona featuring Haze, Fanta, and DJ Boom featuring Mwachari, Every Time.
Yviona, you're so sweet.
Zilikwenda wapi ngoma nzuri za mapenzi, zile poa ni kushow vile na kuenzi, hata wakidim shine bado tuna shine, hata wakizima taa bado tunang'aa. Cheki vile tumetokelezea, saw God ametuonekania. Cheki vile tumetokelezea, cheki vile tumetokelezea.
Na unajua choose but ni babe kukesha. So baby kai love ni Fanta ni passion. You're so sweet, just like Fanta. Sweet, just like Fanta. Sweet, yes, sweet like sugar, sweet like Fanta. Yes, sweet like sugar, yes, sweet like sugar, yes, just like Fanta. Oh girl, hey, you're sweet like Fanta. You're sweet like sugar, yeah, sweet like sugar, girl, you're sweet like Fanta. Yeah, ooh yeah, Yviona. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Her face Chinese, body put
Portuguese. Every time I hit her, she be like, again please. She flies overseas just to meet me. Every time I meet her, she be like, again please. Her face Chinese, body Portuguese. Every time I hit her, she be like, again please. She flies overseas just to get the D. Every time I meet her, she be like, again please.
Let me tell you about a special woman. She a mash up my man when she come up around at night. Can't get enough. She's amazing. She let me up, she blazing. And I'm craving, can't get enough, I'm fainting. Girl, I love how you whine it, yeah. You're making me feel like I can grind it, yeah.
Her face Chinese, body Portuguese. Every time I hit her, she be like, again please. She flies overseas just to meet me. Every time I meet her, she be like, again please. Her face Chinese, body Portuguese. Every time I hit her, she be like, again please. She flies overseas just to get the D. Every time I meet her, she be like, again please.
Let me be honest, I'm feeling your vibe, you're killing me nice. You've got me open now. No, I like it how you whine and you dip so. Boogie down to a boom in the mix so. Slow down with them hips so. Kung fu me, I'm feeling the heat. You're bringing the heat. Wasema utapata hakuna matata. Usitie shaka ni wewe nataka, yeah. Ni wewe nataka, yeah. Ah, yeah. I know you like it when we get it one time. Ah, yeah, yeah. Now bring it back and we can get it two
Her
times.
face Chinese, body Portuguese. Every time I hit her, she be like, again please. She flies overseas just to meet me. Every time I meet her, she be like, again please. Her face Chinese, body Portuguese. Every time I hit her, she be like, again please. She flies overseas just to get the D. Every time I meet her, she be like, again please.
No, I like it how you whine and you dip so. Boogie down to a boom in the mix so. Girl, I love how you whine it, yeah. You're making me feel like I can grind it, yeah.
Her face Chinese, body Portuguese. Every time I hit her, she be like, again please. She flies overseas just to meet me. Every time I meet her, she be like, again please. Her face Chinese, body Portuguese. Every time I hit her, she be like, again please. She flies overseas just to get the D. Every time I meet her, she be like, again please. Her face Chinese, body Portuguese. Every time I hit her, she be like, again please.
We have just heard the mellow voice of Mwachari featuring DJ Aboom. Yes, this is an international collabo because DJ Aboom is not from Kenya. He's a Lebanese DJ and he has featured Mwachari on this song. Now, before I move on to the next two
songs
or the next two artists, we're still on that topic on why artists, which is the main reason why we are doing this episode, why artists do take breaks. And I think some artists, they're young. If you look at somebody like Trio Mio, he's in Form 2 right now. And he's trending every time he's releasing a single or a video. So he's still in school. So somebody like him, because I've interacted with so many rappers, most of the time you'll ask them, I've not seen any single or project recently, and they usually tell me like, yo, school has pinned me down at the moment. I'm doing exams here and there, so I'm trying to concentrate on school. The moment I'm done with the exam or I'm done with school, I'll make that comeback. I don't know how people like Trio Mio are doing it because
multitasking.
He's doing collabos, he's releasing his own singles,
chemistry, biology.
Maybe Form 2 is still not that hard for him. Maybe akifika Form 3 ataanza kuona ni kugenje, you need that break. So but let's see, but school can also be a factor. I don't know if you think that is another thing.
School is, especially if you're not a person who cannot do two things at once, it's just so hard. And sometimes when a shule ndo at least tulete grades poa home, let's say certain moments za muziki wazazi waanze kuona mtu aleti grades vase nafaa, so as in inaweza collide either way. So hizo school is another factor. It's not only high school, even in campus. Yeah,
very true. Not all rappers are in high school. Some are in campus. By the way.
Yes.
I just used
master's degree
as a good example.
Yeah.
So, moving on to the next two artists that I wanted to talk about is Dom and MaGana. Basically, these are two female artists. Dom was recently signed under Raj label known as Music Bank, and you see again Dom was missing in the scene for a while, but comeback came with an EP, and it was titled Just a Girl, which dropped this year 2021. Moving on to MaGana, damn, she's drifting, and she has a song titled Drifting. I don't know if that song made her to drift. Anyway, she has been missing in the scene for a while. So far I've only had 2 singles from her, and she's a really talented artist.
Yeah.
She's really talented.
And her name is nice too.
Yeah.
MaGana.
She has a unique name.
Yes.
Just like Ado Veli.
Reese.
So, moving on swiftly. What are the songs you're going to listen to?
So the next 2 songs are Dom, Kelele, and MaGana, Drifting.
Okay. You see that mama? That babe over there? Anaringa na hata anado. Kwanza she's don't even fine. That chick is a good dick.
Hey, where the bad bitches at Nairobi. Mko brew ama mko 40-40. You want shots ama mna die boti. Shaking ass if you got it. I tell the DJ turn it up. We about to fuck it up. All my bitches getting paid. Yeah, we got the money up. Ati nini wanasema juu ya sisi. Ati sisi hatuwezi buy nini. Tuna slay na hatuna doza nini. Wakwende uko broke niggas na mafisi. Man, I put in work kila siku kama tizi. Heshima lazima misimanzi hivi.
You guys, you see that mama? That babe over there? Anaringa na hata anado. Kwanza she's don't even fine. That chick is a good digger, man.
Watch out, yeah. Watch out, yeah. Watch out, yeah. Watch out, yeah. Watch out, yeah.
Okay, let's talk about it since you wanna point fingers. Okay, let's talk about it since you call me gold digger. Okay, how much you really spend kama si mzinga? Oh yeah, how much you really spend kama si mzinga? Wanadai vitu wanataka easy. Wanadai dishi hawakuji na mchuzi. Wanadai vitu wanaleta tukandizi. Nikiwapa vitu watajua mimi ni cheesy.
That babe over there? Anaringa na hata anado. Kwanza she's don't even fine. That chick is a good digger, man.
Watch out, yeah. 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 Watch out, yeah.
A DTX, you know.
Confusing, consuming. Our love wasn't blazing. Your touch lit up my soul. I never felt so long. Oh no, but we've lost the passion and pride is pervasive. So neither one of us is willing to be wrong. No, forever doesn't last too long. And lately you've been so withdrawn. So I know this is hard, but things fall apart and we fell in love too fast. We gave it our all, but love took its all, so maybe our time has passed. So baby, please don't let me be someone from your past. Your past, babe, your past. But I don't see how this love's going to last. You just don't understand it. I give my all, you never call. You just take me for granted. But when we talk, we only fight for love and misunderstanding. So if I go, don't go down on your knees, because I'm tired of fighting. Maybe it's time I leave, because at the end of the day, well, we I wanna move on slowly. Won't you let go of me? And I don't wanna care for you, 'cause I know what I gotta do, it's true. So baby, please don't let me be someone from your past. Your past, babe, your past. But I don't see how this love's going to last, babe. You just don't understand it. I give my all, you never call. You just take me for granted. But when we talk, we only fought for love, misunderstanding. So if I go, don't go down to your knees, because I'm tired of fighting. Maybe it's time I leave, 'cause at the end of the day, well, we both know we're drifting up. The only one I ever want is you. But maybe it's time I find someone new. You always make me feel so insecure. I give you all of me, yet you want more. You want more.
Awesome, still kicking it. I think we should just take a break sometimes. I don't think it's a bad thing, but here at Ado Veli Podcast, we don't consider taking break. Every Friday we must drop. Yeah, we must drop episode because we love you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, and we want you to listen to more and more Kenyan music as much as possible. We want to make the most noise. That Kenyan music is great. And some of things that I think artists do go through that make them to be seen like they're taking a break, it can be strategy. Because if you see somebody like Biti, Kamba Boy, oh damn, the guy is talented. The guy is really talented.
Yes.
But I'm usually furious with him because every time I go, I just have like few songs in a year. Biti can release one song or two songs or even
minimal or amenyamaza tu.
Yeah, he can be quiet. So for him, I think it's a strategy, because if you also look somebody like Chris Kaiga, you won't find so many songs of Chris Kaiga in a year. There's a time he did surprise us. He did release 3 songs at a go.
Yeah,
that was nice. We were like, hey, thank God. And that came after Chris Kaiga had not released songs like for a while, almost like 6 months. So I think artists like him, they do have strategy. Not to release too many songs, because if you see somebody like Zero Sufuri, damn, every day you go on YouTube and find a new single by Zero Sufuri.
Also Calligraph is
OG.
anaangusha.
So I think for such artists, they do have strategy. That's why you will see them not there. If you look somebody like Shukid, for him, he don't like releasing singles. He like releasing projects. Yeah. So for some artists, it's strategy. Yeah. So for them, it's strategy that is making them not seeing them in the scene for a while.
What if sometimes, it's not every day, especially if you write your own songs, it's not like every day you'll be creative. What if your creativity inafika point inaisha, so una like take a break so that you just find yourself again and be creative?
Yeah.
Tukapo kwa strategy, I think some artists just want to normalize releasing hits. Then mtutu anatoa tu wimbo but haibambi. Anataka but akitoa ngoma January itahit hadi March.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
And that's why you see we are calling it a strategy, because this guy
strategy.
Yeah, he doesn't want to disappoint.
Yeah, let's release songs.
His or her fans. So he's taking a strategy that when he release,
it's a hit.
Not necessarily a hit, but
it's
a song that
good
can be impactful
to his fans.
Yeah, and the audience at large. So also I think another thing can be discouragement. If I'm an artist and I'm like in the studio, I'm fired up, I've released that
Monday to Sunday.
Yeah, I've released
studio.
I'm listening to my song in the studio. I'm just nodding there. I'm saying like, this one is
banger.
This one is the one. I prepare promo materials. I hype my fans. I do all these
marketing.
I release the song. Boom. in the next 24 hours I only have 10 views.
Manze.
How do you think as an artist that feels?
Personally, it would feel so bad, so discouraged. I would even want to give up. Ama niko like, maybe isi calling yangu mse.
Yeah, so some artists, they feel discouragement because they'll be like, I
put in so much work, so much effort, the money, the team.
Yeah, and then it's the same. Maybe it's the first song. It's like that. You say, okay, maybe it's the first song. The next 2, 3, 4, the same thing. So like you get averagely an artist gets like 1,000 views. So such things, they also discourage artists because they're saying like, again, I'm doing all this and then again, I'm not getting booked.
Yeah,
nobody's even tagging me like,
this guy is doing awesome things.
Yeah, so sometimes artists, they feel discouragement and then they'll be like, maybe this thing is all for me. Let me just take a break and just try new things.
Mwenze hadi teacher yetu wa math secondary alitushow ni kama hiyo kwa teaching si calling yake. Juu tulikuwa tunashinda tukipata tu E. Na tuko form 4 mwenze. So unaimagine utaambia wazazi. Hadi ako like maybe teaching si calling yangu. Naona like discouragement for real.
Yeah, discouragement do sometimes come through. But for such things, artists do go through, but I'd like to say like it's not something that they should oversee, and also they should have that patience because they always say trust the process. So if you trust the process, you'll get there one day or another. So you just have to have strategies and try to learn how things are done in the industry, because if you isolate yourself, maybe you just go to the studio back home, or you're working, or you're going to school, and then you don't interact with other people, because there's a reason why there's a guy getting 1,000 views and there's a reason another guy has 10,000 views. There's something they're doing different and you are not doing this. So if you trust the process and you try work things around and try to learn what the industry is all about, you won't get that discouragement. You'll be focusing on the goal and you'll be working to better yourself
every
day out. So I think for artists, they just need that encouragement. And
every day.
Ado Veli Podcast
push
is
them.
here.
As we push them.
We push them.
We push them.
Yeah, that's why we like to play budding artists.
Yeah.
Because if an artist, because a lot of the time we get like, they don't even understand how we got them.
Yeah.
But as long as it's out there in the streaming platforms, in downloading platforms, and it's good music, we'll always play it here.
Yeah.
So, hey, Ado Veli Podcast is here for you, fam.
Yes. So before we sign out, we have the last 2 songs for this dope episode. I hope you guys are enjoying it. And these songs are Dope I Mean Today and Wawa the Great featuring Babz, Introduction.
You know, Dope I Mean has been off the scene since 2018. So do you know how they call Dope
I see him on Instagram.
Yeah, but do you listen to his music like Shambhala was released back in 2018. So since 2018 to 2021,
they call him the Messiah.
Yeah. So now when he did come back in 2021 with the single, they called it From the Sharp Camp, The Return of the Messiah.
Aye.
So maybe I've witnessed the return of the Messiah and we don't know. The Shambhala boy himself, Dope I Mean, is back in the scene. I think already he has released like 3 singles, and today we are playing one of those singles. And another great female rapper known as Wawa the Great, she's staying in States. The last verse I heard of her was in Clay OG Stoner's album known as 420, and that was back in 2019, if I'm not mistaken. That was the last time. So since 2019, I've not heard from Wawa the Great. And today we are going to listen to Introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, before we sign out, do remember to always wash your hands. COVID is real, and
it kills.
Yes, that is not something to laugh about. I hope you're not laughing about it.
No. Nimeraimisha.
Yeah. So remember, Ado Veli Podcast is out in each and every Friday of the week. episode drops on Friday. We are available on YouTube. You can subscribe and turn the notification on to get notified every time we drop a single episode. Also, we are available on Apple Podcasts, where you can subscribe and give us a 5-star rating to help this podcast get to many people. We're also available on Mixcloud, Hearthis.at. We are also available on Spotify, where you can stream all our episodes. And do remember, Ado Veli Podcast is available everywhere. So just search on the interwebs Ado Veli Podcast and you'll find us across many platforms where you can stream and also download. I've been your host, Ado Veli, together with
Michelle Rwenji.
Until next week, same time, same place. Adios.
Peace out.
I'll be really honest, nilipenda gode, so that I'll be on it, asubuhi na jioni. Niko kichakani, staki mtu wanione. Put your lighters in the air, unataka tuzi. Nimechoma kolo tano, sija trip. Today mina diamonds, Mary Jane na nipe kiss. Today nina nare, inabidi nsake ris. Today tukilink up na dembogi tuko lit. Today nimechoma kolo tano, sija trip. Today mina diamonds, Mary Jane na nipe kiss. Today nina nare, inabidi nsake ris. Today tukilink up na dembogi tuko lit. Today I'm feeling high ray, yeah. I'm feeling high ray. Just what I need. Roll up that blunt, make my eyes bleed. Ukienda nipate nikichoma. Nilikuwa na homa, but ni kama nimepona. Nikipata manches, jodem yako ndio kiroma. Shorty amekonda, ana roll zenye zimenona. Macho ziko nyanya, wera sijafanya. Anapenda ngawa lami, but I'm smoking Africana. That's that shashamani, Buddha form ni gani. Si roll up kimoja, usijali mintasani. Chai ya majani, juu ya kuki na makeki. Sinirunde mbaya, nijipate nimebleki. Kama unangwae, wacha uchoyo utuseti. Nipitie kwa pedi kila mwezi kapa 20. I'll be really honest, nilipenda gode, so that I'll be on it, asubuhi na jioni. Niko kichakani, staki mtu wanione. Put your lighters in the air, unataka tuzichome. Nimechoma kolo tano, sija trip. Today mina diamonds, Mary Jane na nipe kiss. Today nina nare, inabidi nsake ris. Today tukilink up na dembogi tuko lit. Today I'm feeling high ray. I'm feeling high ray. I want just what I need. Roll up that blunt, make my eyes bleed, yeah.
Wawa the motherfucking great. From the 410 to the 254, back to the 410 and to the 254 again. Let's expand. You know what I mean? You can read it on my face that I don't like to play. Smoking on that doja just to ease the brain. Society has played way too many games and tell you the only one to fucking blame. It's a shame that I gotta use a pretty smile when all it really proves is I'm desensitized. A little Molly a day after I turned 29. Everything was opened all up in my inner mind. I'm drinking Kettle One and pineapple juice. I hope that Kettle One likes the blacks too. You gotta think about the skin that you're in. If companies is looking at your melanin, times ain't changed, the government got smarter. And yeah, I got bread, but I still like to barter. Trying to get a job got way harder. But I work for myself cause my brain way sharper. You wanna get in my head, I can tell you what's there. Play like Boo Boo the Fool, and we can talk with a tool. I've been underestimated by these bitches. Now it's fuck you, pay me to you bitches. They used to say, God damn, why you tripping? But I'm like, who plays games on a mission? I see you special, do you see it, Mwachari? I rock vernacular, they fuck with how I speak. I feel a certain way, I say it with my chest. And my words come out as luscious as my breasts. Don't test me, bitch, I'm a strong test taker. Pass with flying colors so you see what I am made of. I am on a hunt, you see I'm out to get the paper. Stay low key, ducked off from all the haters. Times ain't changed, the government got smarter. And yeah, I got bread, but I still like to barter. Trying to get a job got way, way harder. But I work for myself cause my brain way sharper.
Tell you what's there, play that fool with a fool. We gon' talk with a tool.
Ado Veli Podcast, the #1 Kenyan music podcast.